Hi, my name is Saif. I'm currently a first year medical student at the University of Sunderland, about to go into my second year. In this video I'm going to talk about things that you should bring to university, or at least things that I think you should bring to university. Quickly starting off with the bedroom. Obviously you need your duvet, your pillows, etc. But it's also quite handy to have a mattress protector as well, just that it prevents any damage to the mattress. Not that I see how this can happen, but it's what we got given in an email at Lancaster University. Some people bring a rug into their rooms. I didn't, because I didn't really think it was necessary, but that's something that you could bring as well. And on top of that, you can sort of get decorations or lights, which a lot of people seem to do, but if they're sort of sticky lights, then some universities don't like that. So when it comes to getting things to make your room a bit nicer, it's always nice to go to somewhere like IKEA. Some people also bring things such as photos from home where they pin it onto their notice board, which is quite cool. Again, something I didn't do, but my room wasn't particularly amazingly looking. Some things that I think are really important to bring are things such as your passport, your ID, and just important documentation as well. Just in case, for example, you're thinking about applying for a job at university, or for some universities, you might need to bring your passport for registration. And it goes without saying that you bring enough clothes as well. I think a lot of people do overpack when it comes to bringing clothes. If you're coming, obviously we're moving in September, so it makes sense to bring more winterish clothes, and when it comes to spring and summer you can start bringing more sort of summer clothes after Christmas. That saves you from having to pack loads when you move in and loads when you move out as well. It can also be quite handy to bring like a little first aid box, having stuff like plasters and also medications such as paracetamol and Lemsip, because chances are you're probably going to get fresh as flu. Now moving on to the bathroom things. Oh, also for your room, it's quite good to have a laundry basket as well, so you can take it down to the laundrette. In terms of the bathroom, again, you need to bring the obvious things such as like soap, shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, bleach, toilet cleaner, towels and toilet rolls. But again, some of these things you don't necessarily have to bring from home. That would be a lot to pack. You can buy them. You can obviously buy them when you get to university, because it seems like a lot of people pack everything before they get to university, not sort of considering that there's also shops there as well where you can buy everything you need. Now moving on to the kitchen, obviously you need your pots, your pans, your plates, your mugs and your cutlery. You also need things such as a chopping board, tin cutters, and it could be handy to have a blender as well. It might also be handy to have baking trays, and on top of my head I can't really think of much more that you need to bring to university. Anything that you do really need, you can just buy in the city itself. So I wouldn't stress too much about what you're bringing. But finishing off on things such as like stationery, I've bought the iPad just so I didn't need to have loads of like pens and papers, because I would just lose them all, being quite honest. But I had a friend, for example, that had a notepad and a pen and made his way throughout the entire year, so you don't necessarily need loads of different fancy things, and you can pretty much transfer the way that you made notes at A-level to university. In this video I thought it'd be handy to talk about things that you should not bring to university. Firstly, you don't need pretty much all the clothes that you have at home. You can bring clothes that you might need for that season, or things that you sort of wear regularly. If you don't wear it a lot at home, chances are you're not going to wear it a lot at university. There's also no point bringing an iron, because chances are university will have one as well. I believe most do, but you can check with your university beforehand. I also wouldn't bring old school books and A-level textbooks, because they're not going to be needed and they're just going to take up space. The things that you'll need for university will pretty much be provided anyway. In terms of textbooks, I wouldn't even buy them either. There's plenty of good online resources, borrow books from the library anyway. I know some people brought a printer to university, and I personally wouldn't, because although the university printing services can be quite expensive, you can use them and chances are you're not going to need to print much anyway. I think some people also get quite excited with bringing stationery to university. There's not that much of a need to bring a lot of stuff. If you have the basic things like pens, pencils, rulers and a book, you've pretty much got all you need. Fancy highlighters and other equipment aren't. Thanks for watching this video.